Hello, ladies and gentlemen, the Grand Spartan. Welcome back. Before I started the recording, I went ahead and took out this floor so you didn't have to suffer through that. A little bit of augering. Right now, we're just going to throw some frames down here, get everything upgraded. And if we have enough steel, we'll upgrade these spikes, these pillars, get everything completed here. Need to go stop back by the base for just a moment. Boy, I'm out of frames already. And get everything going again. Get the... another 60. Get the bars going. Pick up what bars we have there. Maybe some more steel. At some point, I need to... do a bit more mining, and we're short on stone, we're short on iron. I'd like to get top back off. I think right below the base there, little starter base, we had plenty of that. Well, before we do the floor, let's get these spikes upgraded first. Make sure I have all that I need. Yes, I do. Okay. Don't want to upgrade the interior portion over there, the concrete, to steel if I can help it. Try not to click on that, so I'm going to be very careful here. Just concentrate on the spikes. But we are going to get these pillars. As a matter of fact, I need to let these go ahead and be drying. I should have done this first. It's going to take a while. We'll just come back down at some other point and get these upgraded to steel. We're still not open for business yet, so still have all the time that we need to do what needs to be done. Once again, very careful because this nail gun has a heck of a reach. And we could accidentally reach over. Of course, you know, these bottom tiers, we might end up, if we have enough steel, we may upgrade those, because if a cop falls in here and explodes, he's going to wreck that interior portion. And if it gives way, you know, if it were to have enough damage, that whole elevator would collapse. I'm not really sure about the internal components of that concrete. I don't think the cop explosion reaches through blocks and destroys what's inside of them, though I'm not 100% sure of that. I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Because it would really suck if a cop exploded out here and destroyed the hatches that are inside. Maybe should have upgraded all those hatches to scrap iron as I was going, but I don't think they can. I don't think the damage will go through those blocks. It will just damage those. So, you know, it may not be a bad idea to upgrade at least the bottom tier, the bottom maybe 5 blocks to steel eventually. Maybe before we take on a horde. It's like I said, I don't know if we're going to have enough steel to do that or not. One thing I need to do now, though, is I need to go drop off some of these resources here, like the scrap iron and the steel. That way I don't upgrade anything on accident. Oh, so we need to get these all these blocks upgraded on up to 1 level of wood. There's no need to do any of this in anything more than wood, because it's not going to take any damage. You know, you'll notice that on most of my base designs I use wood. Wood's so easy to come by. Concrete, you know, concrete takes a bit of work. We have to do some mining. We have so many things made out of concrete that even though it's easy to come by, easy to make, we don't want to go overboard with it. especially places that aren't damaged. I mean, if they're damaging this, then we have big problems. That means they're inside the base. I don't think I'm too much worried about our floor or our walls. So everything is supported. If I were to take all of these wood frames out, everything would stand just fine. So it's really just for decoration more than anything else. Make it look like a proper base. Get the walls and then the ceilings. The ceiling here, and then we'll be done with this area. We'll go on back up top and see what it looks like up there. Make sure everything is dried. I'm sure that it most likely has dried by now. Right. Beautiful. We may end up making that top block there steel as well above the pillars, because my guess is if we have to resort to this as our defense and we come down here, the bodies are going to pile up fast. Like I said, I've not tried. In the last episode we talked about, in the Hub City Freefall, we had the default spawn 8 per wave, and that pit was filling up fast. We couldn't destroy the corpses fast enough. So I can only imagine if with the spawn bumped up to 35 now, what might happen if they start falling into this pit. Well, that's looking good. That's certainly one step closer to being ready to open it up for business. Kind of see what it looks like down here. Don't think I necessarily need to do anything down here. I didn't do the underneath spike repair system because I don't think I'm going to need it for over here. I think it's going to be fine just being able to repair it from up there. That's such a long fall. I do believe that the zombies will die when they hit. Most of them, at least. So I don't think we're going to have any issues trying to keep it repaired. Our issue is going to be keeping it cleaned out, keeping the corpses cleaned out. And if anything, they're going to pile up on top of those corpses. Most likely not take a whole lot of fall damage. So if you're thinking about doing a free fall pit, always remember you have to keep the corpses cleaned out, or they do not take full damage from the fall, if any damage at all. So you have to keep that all cleaned out. Whoa, what did I do here? I think I just went too deep. It's okay. Just fill it in like a so. Yeah, it's a shame I didn't do one level higher. I guess we still could, because we have 2 here. So technically, I could take out that bottom hatch and we could walk in it like that. And we could get rid of this silly looking floor. That would make it level there. Of course, I don't know what. Yeah. Something like that. Let's let's try that. Let's try to get rid of this bedrock. I just don't like the way the bedrock looks. I know that's a silly little thing to concern myself with, but let's take out the bottom hatch. We need more frames. I just need to make 100 of these. We have plenty of wood. Wood is not something we're short on. hopefully I didn't mess up any mechanics of the elevator by doing that. I'm sure I didn't. Let's see if we go in here, and before I upgrade these, let's test the elevator. Okay, yeah, so it works fine. Wanted to get up here anyway. That's just a last little touch there that we'll throw on there. Of course, I did leave some stuff in the storage I probably need to bring up here with us. So we'll drop back down and grab that. But, yeah, so everything is dried up here. Nice. We can get to work on this. You know, I need to do something here. What do I need to do? I just need to fall down into the pit, I guess. It's going to replace those few pieces of dirt with wood frames. Guess it's not a big deal. Yeah, this area here doesn't need to be large. Normally I would have this as wide as the pit above so that I could get underneath and repair the spikes. We could always break this out with an axe and upgrade it if necessary. Expand it. Oh, that's going to bother me. That's going to bother me. There we go. All right. Let's see what we have in our storage chest here. A lot of good stuff. I'm going to do that for the thing upstairs that we were just looking at. So the steel, we're going to need a lot of steel down here. We're going to need a lot of steel down here for the pillars. I don't think 900 is going to be enough. Tell you what, I'll leave that down here. When it all dries, you know, we'll try to come down, see how short we are. Is there anything I can leave here? Well, we could leave a little bit of wood, but we need to run back over to our base, our starter base, and we need to get this little bit of steel dropped off, or iron, get it cooking, whatever stone we might have as well. Get things situated over there. So here very soon I need to do that. Let's see. Still kind of working with this design, trying to figure out what's what we're going to do. Guess we'll certainly make the top tier of this steel give us the most support. Still don't know about these angled pieces here. If I'm going to leave those in or take those out. I may take those out. May make it all flat up there. We'll just have to see. Sounded like a cool idea when I was putting it all together, but now that I know I'm going to use bars, I don't think it's going to look very nice. or function well. All right. Good. Now we need to get all of this stuff upgraded to at least reinforced concrete. I'm not as concerned about it as I was before with the old the build that we were going to do before. I want to drop off this steel. Now, I think, make sure we don't have any steel on us. Get all this up to reinforced concrete. At least that buys us some time to do some repairs if we were need to. I could only imagine a cop exploding on one of these pillars and turning it into dust and powder. And they certainly would at this level, at this first level of concrete. It's kind of hard to tell what's what with the snow on it. The snow really does mask the blocks. Am I starting to get cold? Do I have my puffer coat on? I bet I do not. No, I sure don't. I don't even know what I did with that puffer coat. I think it's in our storage or our mini bike over there. Okay, now it's starting to rain. Yeah, all right, now we can see where we missed. Oh no, that one's already dry. Wow, that was fast. Very fast. Oops. Should have taken the wood off of me as well. For some reason, block detection is not working some of the time here. I do have some photo editing software open in the background. That may have some effect on the game. I feel like my frames are pretty good. Apparently not. Yeah, so I think we talked about there's a new Microsoft Creators Pack coming out here soon. Very excited about that. I'm going to be certainly utilizing it, familiarizing myself with it for, I think it's April 11th. And maybe it comes out a little bit before Alpha 16. I don't know that for sure. But either way, I want to do this next Alpha 16 series a bit different than we did this one. And probably more cutting and splicing and editing. And I do think I'm going to cut down the length of my videos. I don't think they're going to be an hour long anymore. So we need to go get our puffer coat here before we die of hypothermia. So we'll change it up a little bit. I'll toy around with, how we're going to change it up exactly. What did I do with that puffer coat? Either I left it downstairs or I don't know. But either way, we need to go back to the other base, and we need to get some things situated over there. Let's dump off this concrete. We'll come back and do a bit more upgrading. Sorry about that. My wire is bumping into my cable, my microphone here. Let's dump all of this off. Don't need any of that. Do a sort. Take our stone and sand. And sort you. So we're down to 8 degrees. Boy, I need to hop on this bike and ride. I don't think there's anything else here, excuse me, that we need. It could start a fire up, I guess, and that would certainly fix our freezing issue, but I need to get back over here and get this stuff going anyway. It's a good reason for me to leave this snow biome just for a moment, and we can pick up a coat from over there. Probably kill one of these lumberjacks and get a nice cozy coat or shirt. Kind of surprised we haven't had to face any of those lately. They've been, oh, we're going to take a lot of damage. Oh, and I didn't take so much damage, but we had those two lumberjack hordes. Felt like hordes. 6 or 7 of them at a time coming at us. Oh, we're starting to warm up now. Nice. Certainly walk down into the forge room. And we're going to be warming up. Yeah, we'll wear this shirt. Oh. Where? Put that back. So let's see. This one offers insulation +3. That other one looks like it offers better. Yeah, +4. Not much better. A little bit better. So all the wood has gone out of these. That was kind of poor planning, Spartan. Let's get these kicking. Looks like iron bars. We may as well create that many. You know what I didn't do? I did not grab the iron out of that one chest before we came over here. That's all right. We're certainly going to need to do some mining soon because I'm completely out of iron. That's not good, ladies and gentlemen. There are our 90 jars. Take those and slap them in here. And then this one, yeah, we still have a decent amount of iron left in there. But we are going to take our bars that we have created. Well, we can make 218 bars. I don't know if we should do that or steel. We can make 1,000 steel. I think the bars are going to be more important. Let's just do 100 bars. And that leaves us with enough for, let's just do 500. We'll do 1 stack of steel. I'm actually going to add a bit more wood in there to make sure it continues going. It's good there. Good on clay. And I guess we could add a little bit of clay to this one, since it's going to burn for a while. Might as well wear this puffer coat too. Of course, right now we're just going to overheat by wearing it, but 196 bars on us, so 100 more. It's going to get us closer. I don't think that's going to do it for us, but it is certainly going to get us closer. We could see how much we could actually make cement right now. You know what we're going to do? We're going to make that cement over at the base. So we have enough sand and a little bit of stone or at the new construction, I guess I should say. So 5,000 wood. Let's go ahead and take a couple more stacks just in case. Still don't know exactly the direction I want to move towards for some things over there, so I think we might need, so 200, there we go, 200 iron bars, so it wasn't a wasted trip over here. Absolutely wasn't. We needed to get all that going again anyway. We're good on all of that. Fortunately, we don't have a broken leg. That's kind of surprising. Now the debate is going to be, do we mine now or do we mine later? I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, since I have everything that I need on me to mine, I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and I'll spare you all the time to watch me do that. I'll just go ahead and pause the video, and I'm going to run down here and mine for, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes or something like that. And then we'll fire the video back up. I think you all have watched me do enough mining throughout my time on this playthrough that I'll spare you this one time. So you're not going to realize it because it's just going to stop and start right back up where we left off. But absolutely, that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to drop this stuff off here. We don't need, these are the only things that we'll need for our auger. And we'll be back in just a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Pretty much a whole, well, not a whole day went by, but most of a day. We have Horde here in a couple days, too, less than a couple. Got plenty of stone and iron, got the forges all kicking over there at the other base. Drove back over here. Now I'm going to try to get some more concrete mix going. Dump off any extra stuff here that we don't need and pick up what we do need. Picked up the rest of the bars that had been cooking up in the forges there. And now I need to eat again. Nice, get the wellness on up a bit more. I meant to check our time on the last recording. See how long we actually went for. I may have to do that in a minute so I don't go over that hour mark. Using this YouTube editor, they won't allow me to go over an hour for a video, so I need to check that out. But hopefully soon, like we were talking about earlier, that Microsoft Creators package comes out, and I'll be able to fit a lot more into an hour or 30 minutes, whatever it is that we decide to do for recording time. And I don't understand why my temperature is going up here in the snow biome. It's going up quickly. So we left a little bit of iron and stone over here I could have used. Add the 14 bars, and we can go ahead and start slapping up some bars. We get our steel in our inventory, so we can use that. But yeah, down below that base, I don't know, you probably don't remember. It's been a week or two with these hour-a-day episodes. I don't get to cover a lot, so we real lifetime we cover a lot, but in game I don't. But that we found that pocket of iron underneath the base. And that's where I went to do the mining. Actually found a little pocket of nitrate powder while I was there too. All right, well, now I have to decide about these angled pieces up here. And whether or not I should leave them. I do not think I will, because that's going to look a little silly up there. Let's see what that looks like. See, I don't like the way that looks. I think it would have been better if we just did that flat all the way up. Boy, that's a lot of grinding too. What can I do? I may stop the recording again to grind these blocks out up here that we don't want. Because I think I'm going to grind it all the way to the surface here on all four of those. Boy, that's a lot of grinding. Let's go over here to this thing and connect these. Something like that. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're just going to have to play around with this and how much we can hold. I may have to do what I did over there with the wood frames. See how I extended that out one block? I may have to do that in each direction, like one here, one over here, maybe even one here, and give us a support underneath with some rebar. Do we have any supports? Yes, we do. And take this bar out right here. Get rid of the wood frames and pick up the rebar. So something like that. On all the sides. That gives us one extra reach with a support underneath. And so then we'll do the support like so. Oh, what are you doing, Spartan? Something like that. Boy, we'd almost have to go out 2, though, wouldn't we, to make that look right? Almost have to go out 2. I'm not going to like the way that looks either, but it's absolutely going to help us support this massive area of bars that we're going to have. I feel it's almost going to be necessary. Just my little experience with the tree farms and all the bars that we put up there, you really do have to have a lot of support attachment. Let's see how this looks before I make that reinforced concrete. And that gives us another, yeah, that gives us 4 across there. So it may not look that bad to do it that way. Like this pillar over here, we'll make a plus sign at the top there, a little cross. And go all 4 ways on it, something like that. Of course, we'd have to do 2 both ways so we can get that support underneath. Let me grind these off. See how that's going to look on this individual pillar here. Something like that, and then we're going to make some more supports here soon too. Yeah, I don't know. I think that'll be okay. It's absolutely going to hold more weight that way if we do it this way. I had originally thought about that, and then I forgot, you know, because I set them up over there, you know, to remind me, and then it's on the far side from where we come in at, so I kind of forgot to do that. But that will be, I think that will be necessary to hold up, so we can, you know, have the bars go all the way out here and not have to put any more pillars. You know, the fewer amount of pillars we have, the better. That was the issue with the last build I wanted to try. I wanted to do it with just a few supports, and it was such a wide area to cover out here. It was not going to be possible. So yeah, we'll do it like that. Also thought about getting rid of this. I was thinking about this last night. Getting rid of this entrance here. And maybe we could work around it, not get rid of it, but extending some defenses out this way. Of course, eventually we're going to strip up these cement mixers and a workbench and all of that stuff. We'll get rid of that. But making some more defenses go around the outside. You know, I said that I probably wouldn't do any spikes or whatever, but I may do, and I don't want to give it away yet. You'll just have to watch to see. But I may do some spikes in a different way that we don't normally use them at some point here. But it'll look something like that. We'll have to wait till that gets upgraded, or dries, I'm sorry, before we put any bars up. Let's go ahead and make 40 more of these. Have those on standby. We'll put our bars away. I just wanted to get a little idea of kind of distances and how it looked, and to know whether or not I should take these out. And I think I am. I think I'm just going to take these out altogether and not replace them with anything. Just leave that there, that whole, squared off area. So we'll give you an example here real quick. See if we can grind this down in a timely fashion here, timely manner. So that the bar fits in like that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, man? Something like that. And then we'll take these out here as well. I'll try to do that off camera though. See, you all have watched me grind so many things down, and I also did that last time as well. You know, when I destroyed all of the original supports for the last idea I had, I just did that off camera so you didn't have to suffer through all of that. So this one will only need to be out like that. We'll come back and put our supports here in just a moment. And in just another moment, I need to check our last recording time. Make sure we don't go over our allotted time. This may end up being a little shorter of an episode as well. And don't worry about the square footage of the bars and how many bars we're going to have. We're going to have plenty of bars to be able to see through down below us. Technically, this is not even, was going to be a build where we were going to have to worry about too much of that, but seeing down through the bars to shoot them or whatever originally. So that's just going to be an added bonus to have that ability. So we'll have plenty of bars to look down through. Just for time's sake and not having to switch to the supports. I'm going to do this first, and then we'll come back and put the supports and upgrade everything. Almost done. All right, I think that's everything. And we'll, like I said, most likely we'll make all of this steel as well. All of these top pieces that have anything that attaches to them, we'll turn that into steel. Might actually need a little bit more than 44 supports. Let's upgrade them, and then we'll come back with the pillars, the supports. hopefully if this thing works out and we're able to successfully take on a horde in it, you know, I'll make another video. I'll make one of those base design videos that I usually do here on the channel, kind of how the channel got its start. We'll do a little horde preview base design video, and you all have seen it go up piece by piece over time, and got to see all of what I suffered through trying to figure out this design and how I could make it work and what didn't work. All right. Time after time. Here we go. Get the support in place. And we'll come back and upgrade all of those suckers. Oh. There's only like 1,000 ways you can turn them. You really can go all kinds of directions with these supports. I've never messed around with supports a lot. I did on that massive multiplayer build a few months ago. And, you know, it was really just for looks more than it was support on that build. Because I had plenty of support to hold up everything I was holding up, but you can do some pretty cool things with them. Man. There we go. So the weight bearing for this, technically, if these supports work like they're supposed to work, the weight bearing area would not start until this block out here and beyond, because this is just as good as attached to a pillar here. I don't know that for sure. That's just a theory. I don't have a whole lot of experience with these style supports, but that's my guess. It's my guess, and I'm sticking to it. Trying to stay away. Do I have? Yeah, I do have steel, so I can't accidentally click on the one area. I'm going to upgrade it to steel, so I'm trying to be very cautious, very careful how I go clicking. Okay, well, that looks like it's how we wanted it to be. Now what I'll do is when I get some time before our next recording, I'll come in here and I'll take out this whole row, both sides, on all 4 sides, and we'll strip it down to look like how it looks on the top there, and that'll make a nice the bars will make a nice transition into those supports. I think it'll look a little better than having those angle pieces. The angle pieces look cool when there are no bars, but now we have a square area out there attached to them, they don't look so good. Well, let's take a look at our progress here today. Remember, we pretty much finished up down in the pit. Only thing we need to do is upgrade the pillars to steel, and we'll have all of that done. It's hard to see anything. I'm eventually going to have to install some spotlights over here. Of course, we can have plenty of those. Let's get our open hand. There we go. So yeah, it's coming together. It's starting to look more like a base. Should not be long. We can get these bars installed. Of course, we're going to need a lot more bars. How many do we use? Maybe we don't need a lot more. 367 is going to cover a pretty large area. Before we make any more bars, we'll go ahead and put all these down and see what area it covers. And then if we need to, we'll make more. But that's what it looks like. Go ahead and call the episode here. And probably a little shorter of an episode today. I don't know. I'll have to check the time. But thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Join me again tomorrow when we put some more finishing touches on this base and try to get it closer to Horde ready. Have a good one, and I'll see you then.